is Quentin Agus, and this is part 1 of my videos on chord voicings, and today we're going to be discussing drop 2s. Now, as with all of my instructional videos, I have a free PDF which is available for download underneath this video. There's a link there for you to follow, and this will help you practice these methods at home and really get them into your playing. Now, this lesson is going to be covering 17 different variations of drop 2 voicings and 61 substitutions. Okay, so the assumed knowledge for this lesson is that you already understand some basic jazz harmony and theory, such as how to build a major 7 chord, a minor 7 chord, a dominant 7 chord, a half diminished chord, etc., and all of the various extensions that can be added onto those. Now, the other assumed knowledge is that you understand what closed voicings and drop 2 voicings are, which is the focus of this lesson. Now, closed voicings, a very quick explanation, are all of the scale degree numbers in order to create a chord. So 1, 3, 5, 7 to create a C major. But what a drop 2 does is take the second voice from the top, so in this case G, and drops it down the octave. So it becomes G, C, E, and B instead of the original order of C, E, G, B. Now, most people finger this like this: G, C, E, and B. So that's an example of what a drop 2 voicing is. Okay, so the first thing we're going to cover are the 17 different drop 2 chord voicings. Now, I'm only going to show you a sample of them, and then I want you to check the rest of them out yourselves. I will first of all show you the easiest one, which is the major 7 inversions, and I'll do them in the key of C. The first inversion on the top string set sounds like this: E, B, C, and G. Then G, C, E, B. Then B, E, G, C. And finally C, G, B, and E. Which over the entire range sounds like this. It sounds like this. Okay, now the next thing you need to do is learn these voicings on the next 2 string sets, which sounds like this. Final string set. Okay, so they are the exact same voicings, but just taking them to the next string sets up. And now you should learn this for all of the 17 different voicings that I've provided. I'll just show you a few on the top string. Some of the simple ones. So if you take the major and turn all of these into dominant by flattening the 7th, B becomes B flat. And here, B becomes B flat. And here, B becomes B flat. And here, B becomes B flat. So dominant sounds like this. Or minor, if you flatten the 3rd, E to E flat. Okay, so you're going to need to go through and learn the 17 different chord voicings that I have in the PDF available for download over all of the different string sets. Okay, so I'm now going to cover the 61 different substitutions. I'm not going to cover all of them, but I will explain the concept, and then you can go and check them all out yourselves. So let's begin with the minor 7 voicings. So originally they sound like this. Now, one of the substitutions listed is that you can change the flat 3, the E flat, to an F, making this lovely voicing. Okay, in the next position, E flat to F. In the next position, instead of this, E flat to F. And the next position, under a pedal. Okay, so that would be a C minor 11, one of the 61 substitutions. I'm now going to show you one for the dominant 7 voicings. Okay, what we're going to do here is sharpen the 5th, so the G in every position will get moved up to a G sharp, which sounds like this. You should be doing this over all of the different string sets, but I'm just giving you an example. Now the final example is going to be for the C major, okay, and we are going, or second to last example, we're going to change the G's to F sharps, okay, which is the sharp 11. So we're substituting the 5 for the sharp 11. So the first voicing will sound like this. Second voicing like this. Third voicing like this. So under a pedal, that's going to be quite an interesting sounding major. So we've got E, B, C, F sharp. And then. Okay, so the final one I'm going to show you is changing the C minor major, E flat, B, C and G, which is already quite a tense chord. We're going to sharpen the 5th on that. So G sharp. So all of the positions of this go. And again, under a pedal, I'll show you what that would sound like. Now I'm going to talk about how to actually practice these chord voicings. Now first of all, I would suggest going through all of the 17 different voicings and all of the 61 different substitutions and write down the chord voicings that you like the sound of. Okay, you're not going to memorize all of them, but you will write down the ones that you personally like the sound of. Then once you have done that, I'm going to share with you 3 different methods of practicing them. The first is playing the voicings over the entire range of the instrument. The second is playing the voicings over different chord progressions. And the third is playing them over a standard tune. Okay, so the first, I'll just do C major for example. I'm going to go from the lowest possible voicing to the highest possible voicing of C major in drop 2 voicings, which sounds like this. You should be doing this with a metronome as well as just getting the shapes down. But I'm just giving you ideas of practice. So the next is taking that over different chord progressions. So what if I did 2 C major voicings and then 2 F major voicings, 2 C major voicings, 2 F major voicings. So I'm practicing going from the 1 chord to the 4 chord in the key of C major. So that would sound like this: C major, C major, F major, F major, C major, C major, F major, F major, C major, C major, F major, F major. Okay? Now, the idea here is to go to the closest possible inversion, and then you could also descend as well. The final thing I would like you to practice once you have got these voicings down is to apply that over a tune. So similar to choosing a chord progression, you could choose, say, All the Things You Are or Beautiful Love or whatever song you're learning, and hold each chord for an entire bar or half of a bar, and move to the closest voicing, similar to what I was just doing then with the 1 and the 4 chord, over the entire song, and keep going up and down the fretboard. And that will get you facility with these voicings as well, meaning you'll actually be able to play them when you come to a performing situation. Okay, thanks very much for checking out part 1 of my series on chord voicings. Definitely download the PDF, which is available via a link underneath this video, and will help you with practicing these concepts at home. Also, feel free to share this with any other friends who may be interested in expanding their chord voicing knowledge. You can also subscribe to my channel so you'll be notified of the other videos in this series as they come out. So thanks for checking it out.